Hello everyone, the Honest Collector here to give you the truth on the Hasbro Marvel Legends Spider-Man Brand New Day Spider-Man figure. Now I was going to do the Spider-Man and Hulk in one video, but I don't want to buy the Hulk. I already have a Hulk in my collection and it's enough for me, and I just don't think that figure is good enough to warrant the price point. But I was definitely interested in this figure because I never got the final swingsuit Spider-Man. So this one would have to do. But is it actually a good figure? Is it accurate? Is it actually better than the other one? All that stuff we're going to discuss in the video. First, let's take a look at the packaging. Really like this packaging. It's very colorful, especially for an MCU figured like package. It's really nice, really bright, and definitely not like the more corporate-y looking one. I really like the different shots here that they use for Spider-Man here. And then you get the little logo at the top, which I love it. And yeah, so enough about this. I really do like the packaging, might keep it. But let's actually talk about the figure now. Okay, so I don't know if you guys remember, but if you remember a while back that we did get like leaked images of like the concept art for the brand new day suit, and it was a pretty dark blue. The first time we really saw any artwork of it was the merchandising for like chips and stuff like that, soda cans and everything. And I think that's where this figure got a lot of its inspo from, and I wouldn't doubt if this is because like let's take a look at the box, for example. It's still a pretty dark blue. Granted, it is like objectively just lighter than the other, but it still has a lot darker of a blue than it really is in the film. And then you get the behind the scenes photos, and then with there being two separate suits, like see this, like this, I feel like this just looks like highlights and stuff, but this is a pretty dark blue. And I think that's where they got their colors from. Unfortunately, it's just another case of it's another incident of putting their figures out before the movie and stuff like that, before closer to the release date, that now it does have an inaccurate color scheme, but it also now does fault it as it being inaccurate to the Brand New Day film, and ironically making the No Way Home Final swingsuit figure even more accurate to Brand New Day than this one. So there are some things to talk about with this figure. I'm gonna put up the light just so that you guys can get a better look. Also, I'm sorry about the kind of messy background and stuff like that. I am working on a stop motion film. But anyways, the head sculpt itself is not the greatest. It's the same one from, like, the only thing that's new is this chest piece, this piece, and that's it. Other than that, everything else is reused from the other figure. And with that, the head sculpt is weird. It doesn't exactly look like the most human head. It's very egg-shaped and just too round. So I never liked that. And then I also I don't know if you'll be able to tell on camera, but these are two different reds. The chest is a darker red than the red on the arms, and it's also a slightly different red from the lower torso here. I really don't know how well you're going to see that, but you see this kind of how it's darker right here. You'll be able to tell, and then look here. The lighting does make it difficult to see, but this red is just a brighter red than the one you see here, and it looks pretty off. You could see that's a darker red than this one here. It's really prominent on the back, and then also the head as well. So that's really odd, and I don't like that. I don't know why they keep doing that. It's just it just seems like they don't really care. But the belt piece here, or like the kind of web belt looking thing, that was also different, I believe, or I think it was differently. Yeah, how the webs come down more instead of just being more of a straight kind of rainbow shape to it. But yeah, I do like that they did add the red in between the joints here to keep that consistent and nice flow look. I really do like that, and I think it looks fine for what it is. And then here you do have the red on the side here. I think overall the suit's not, like, the figure's not bad. It has a decent aesthetic to it, and it doesn't make Tom Holland look really squatty and small. Sometimes like the arms are a little weird because they're pretty long. Like they're like pretty long. I think these ones are shorter, like the chest piece and everything makes the arms sit shorter, which looks a little better, but it still just looks a little weird. The lower torso seems pretty high. It seems pretty stretched out, so that's just kind of odd. And yeah, there's just a few things to this figure that make it look a little weird, but overall, like, I don't think this joint is too bad or anything like that. Usually sometimes it guts out and looks really weird. So the look is fine, and I can't believe I didn't go over the accessories first. Mind-blowing. So he gets two wall-crawling hands, which I actually really hate these kind of wall-crawling hands. They're more just like palming the floor hands, and it doesn't really give the look of him doing a wall crawling pose or anything like that. I gotta do it now. Like you see what I mean? It's too flat. I should have just said that. It's too flat. So anyways, we get these two wall crawling hands, which are mid, and then you also get these two whipping hands here, which is cool, and then you get two punching hands, which is always nice to see. That we are lucky to get these. No, this is what Spider-Man usually should come with, and then he does get these two web pieces that I actually don't know where they are. I honestly can't find the web pieces, and I'm very disappointed. But like, they're just the web pieces that came with the PS5 Spider-Man, and that came with the Spider Armor Mark something like that. I think it's just the Spider Armor suit from the retro wave, the second one. So yeah, that's how far back we're going with these accessories. These are what they look like. The only difference is they have like a tiny little clip to them, I believe. And yeah, so that's just like, it's not even worth really going over. I would show them on screen for like 2 seconds. So that's all we get. We don't get a updated Tom Holland head sculpt, which is really dumb. We didn't even get the same Homecoming head sculpt on the No Way Home figure, which isn't even accurate anymore. But yeah, this does not look like Tom Holland in 2026 nor 2021. But we desperately are in need for a new Tom Holland Spider-Man head sculpt, which I honestly have no idea when we'll get it. It's like ridiculous. They've already re-released this figure two more times, including this one. So and no Tom Holland head sculpt. So have no idea when we're gonna get that. But for just to do a head swap, this is what that head sculpt looks like on him. It's going to look the same as it did on the other one. The neck is a little long because it definitely was not sculpted for this head. They just have it from their either Homecoming figure or from the Civil War Infinity Saga figure or from the No Way Home Final Swing suit. So that we have that, and then we have the Walmart exclusive battle damage. Not well, it's my custom battle damage, but we have the Walmart exclusive Far From Home, No Way Home release of Tom Holland Spider-Man. So it didn't exactly look like him, but I think it kind of does a little more now of this battle damage. So yeah, this I actually think is really cool for the scene where he has the black eyes, but I don't want to ruin this figure with that. So this looks pretty cool in my opinion. I think the neck is still a little too long, but that's what's going to happen with all of the heads except the stock head. So that's and like all the other Spider-Man head sculpts don't match this red, so that's kind of unfortunate. So there's no point in head swapping. Articulation, we do have a disc hinge here, which sucks. It should just be a double ball peg, but a good one. And there's been time and time and again where different companies have shown why it works. You get a barely a swivel at all, or like that, or a turn. And I don't know why specifically someone keeps on preferring the disc hinges. Ball pegs can give you this range. They just need to do it correctly. So it looks down this far, which looks disgusting. So yeah, then arm moves all the way around. It moves this high up, which it should definitely move higher. And then you get the butterfly joints, which move back really, really nicely. That is great. And then move forward just barely. It's more adjustment posing, which sucks. So then you get the bicep swivel here, which is fine. Then you get the double jointed elbows, which look so ugly, like so ugly. These huge cuts that just, you can tell they like don't even really try. The elbow looks so weird. And it really depends also on like where you get it. So it looks really odd. Especially those like cuts in the joints, just not very good looking at all. Then you do have the swivel on the hands and then the standard Hasbro hinge. And then for the torso, for the top joint, this far forward, this far back. I don't know why they always make him go back more than forward. And then obviously the twist to the top. And then for this joint down here, using both front, back, with barely any, surprisingly, right? And then you also, I forgot, you do get the leaning side to side. So that's it for this joint here. It's okay. It's not bad. It probably has as much range as the Amazing Fantasy one. Legs with the drop down hips, going to kick this far forward, just barely kicking out to the side. Really good crunching. That's really nice. Again, like I said, Amazing Fantasy kind of vibe. And then for the double jointed knees, they got some huge cuts out of that, which looks disgusting. And proportioning, not bad. Right to the butt. That's good. No boot swivel at all. Seriously, what are we doing? And then the ankle hinges down and up very nicely, and obviously full clearance on the ankle pivot. Kicking out to the side, he can just about almost do it, and I need it to be more. So not enough. I forgot kicking back here with the drop down hips is okay, but good gosh, there's a gap in there. But yeah, so I also forgot to mention he does not have the web shooters. No web shooters, no visible web shooters, which is one of the best things about the brand new day suit. And they don't have it on here at all. And I know at some point he does like the whole organic webbing thing, web thing, but come on. 3 of your releases now don't have the web shooters on them. Make one of them have the web shooters. It kind of sucks. But anyways, so there we go. That's everything about this figure. Let's do some size comparisons. Here he stands next to the Marvel Legends Daredevil Born Again Punisher and the Born Again Daredevil figure. Here's how he stands next to the Marvel Legends Toy Biz style 20th anniversary Marvel Legends Hulk, and then here he stands next to the retro card Tombstone. Here he stands next to the Marvel Legends retro card Scorpion and retro card Shocker. And here he stands officially next to the previous 2 Spider-Man from the No Way Home 3-pack. Here he stands next to the Infinity Saga Civil War re-release of Spider-Man, and then here he stands next to the Homecoming 2-pack with Ned. Here he stands next to the Marvel Legends No Way Home MJ and the Homecoming 2-pack Ned Leeds. And here he stands next to Vincent D'Onofrio's Fisk with the Hammerhead body from the retro card. And here he stands next to the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 Jack specific Sonic figure. So what are my final thoughts on this guy? It's a good Spider-Man. It's passable. You don't really need this guy. You could really just pick up any of the other releases. But you could get him. He's okay. He's also inaccurate. And it's like, it doesn't do anything anymore that's like groundbreaking or whatever. And it's just not, it's not the best, but it's not bad. Like, you won't not like it. You can have fun posing it around. It doesn't have really these crazy problems and stuff like that makes it really annoying. I haven't had any of the hip issues that people have had with the original one or this one sometimes, but so yeah, it's okay. It's not bad. I don't regret getting it, but I'm not like, I don't look at it all the time and go like, oh, 100%. I'm sure as a collector I will after I see the movie, and I'll enjoy it that much. But as a figure itself, it's just gonna get a 6.5 out of 10. We're still lacking the accessories that we desperately need with this Tom Holland Spider-Man, and since this is his like, you know, Tom Holland shine movie, we really should have this should have packed a punch, but it's just okay. They did the bare minimum. So it's not horrible. It's not bad at all. But it's not the greatest. It's not really, a competitor against others. You can easily look past it and get something else. With all that being said, I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. I think that's where it should stay. It's average. And yeah, so that's going to be it. So if you guys enjoyed, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you're new, subscribe and turn on notifications so I can give you the truth on the next figure. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. It means the world to me. And please spread peace, love, and be greater together. That being said, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.